Hi ladies, quick video here today. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Carla, the founder of the Feminine Energy, and I wanted to talk on this video about something that happens, a lot for women who are, in the journey of embodying their feminine energy, and especially for those who are dating, and especially for the ones who are using online dating apps, because a lot of women, they share that they feel triggered by men on these apps, by the things they ask, the things they say, and etc., etc. And it's difficult for them to be in their feminine energy and continue to be soft and elegant and etc., because all they want is just to tell them off and respond badly, in a bad way, and because they feel triggered. So I wanted to talk about this on this quick video. So first of all, if you feel triggered, if you are listening to this and you feel that you are one of those women, you're using online dating apps and you feel triggered by many men, by what they say, what they want, and how they treat you, etc. Well, know that you need to be very discerning and selective of who you match with. Have to look at their profiles, be very, very selective. Second, you cannot control people. You cannot control what's going to happen. Cannot control, even if you are very selective, you cannot control how someone is, what they want, what they're going to say, etc. So if you are using online dating apps, you have to, be expecting a lot of things that are not aligned with you. So that's why a lot of women don't like to use online dating apps, and they prefer not to, because that's what happens. There are all sorts of people there. There are all sorts of men. There are men who are good men, but there are men who are just there to take something. There are men who are there just to, get to a goal, and as fast as they can. So, and many are not very respectful, or they don't know how to interact, or so you have to expect a lot of those things. And third, and it's about yourself. It's about, if you feel triggered, you should ask yourself why, instead of focusing on what that man said, what that man did, etc. Focus on you. Focus on, why am I feeling triggered by this? And very often it's because you are not fully owning what you want. It's because you're not fully 100% in your desire to hand and all the things that you want from a man. There are things that are still questioning if you deserve, a certain type of man, if that man exists, if it's possible to find him on a dating app, or maybe you have some shame or some guilt. If you want a man who is a provider, if you want a man who is generous, maybe you have some kind of shame or guilt around it, and you're not only fully 100% what you want unapologetically. So that's why you feel triggered. For example, if a man asks you, well, what are you looking for in here? And if you say to him, oh, I'm looking for a man, this is just an example, I'm not saying that you have to say this. You say to him, I'm looking for a man who is a provider, who is generous, who is family oriented, who is kind. So that's what you're looking for. And if he starts, I don't know, if the guy you're talking to, he starts laughing, it starts saying that you want a man who is a provider, generous, you're probably a gold digger, or you're just lazy, or all sorts of things. And if you feel triggered and you feel angry at that man, and it's because you're not fully owning what you want, because you need to be so secure in who you are and what you want that it just doesn't trigger you. People can say whatever they want, it just doesn't trigger you, because you don't take anything personally. You know what you want. You have like tunnel vision. Just have this tunnel vision in regards of what you want. You go in the direction of what you want, and that's what you focus. And if someone comes and says those kind of things, you just don't care. You're just unbothered, right? You just delete, delete and next, or you just say, well, we're not compatible, wish you well, goodbye, and you just move on. But you don't get angry, you don't, because sometimes that anger that you feel, and it's just like that person, it's questioning your beliefs, is questioning your desires, because you are questioning them yourself, right? Because you are questioning if that is possible to have. You are questioning if you are being arrogant, or if you should be more humble, or whatever it is that it's preventing you from being 100% secure on who you are and what you want, right? And possibly that's also because you are still matching with those type of men, because it's because the universe challenges, it gives us a lot of challenges for us to level up, and for us to own who we are and what we want. And that's probably one of those challenges. So it's up to you, instead of responding badly, instead of telling them off, no, just question yourself. Why am I feeling triggered by this? Why am I feeling triggered by a man who is clearly not the type of man I want? What is in me that it's still feeling triggered by this kind of man? We're still attracting this. We see what's happening, right? And then when you fully own what you are unapologetically, you're not gonna explain yourself to anyone. You're not gonna tell someone off, if they don't respect your standards, if they don't respect who you are, they're not a person for you, and you just move on, just goodbye, next. You don't waste time responding, you don't waste time like telling your girlfriends about what happened, what do you think, blah blah, because that's what a lot of women do. Then they start questioning, they go talk to their girlfriends, they go on Facebook groups or forums, discussion forums. Oh, this is what happened to me on a dating app, I had this experience, this man told me this, blah 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 blah. What do you think? That's because you're not secure, right? Because otherwise you wouldn't spend or waste a minute or a second thinking about that man anymore, right? It was not compatible, goodbye, right? So if you are still wasting time, it's not because of the man itself, it's because of the experience of you being triggered. So you need to question yourself, why am I still being triggered? What is in me what is the limiting belief? Sometimes it's an unconscious thing. So you have to bring it to your conscious mind, you have to bring it to the light and understand what's happening, and question yourself, and continue your journey of leveling up, of knowing that your desires are sacred, and are to be honored. They don't need to be explained. You want something because you want something, because it is your truth, because it's what makes you feel good, because it makes sense. It's what makes sense into your life. Might not make sense to someone else. Who cares? It's not their journey, it's yours. So, and that's where, to the point that you need to be. You need to be so secure, so watch videos, of people that are, that have what you want, or read things, whatever you need. Do therapy if you need to. But just continue, don't give up, continue this journey of leveling up and owning what you want, because you wouldn't desire something if it wasn't possible for you to have. Your desires are to be honored and to be listened to. So don't waste your energy in responding to men, on these apps, and, just do your inner work, so you will eventually be so secure in who you want. You have a free road, a straight free road ahead, in order to just focus on really what you want, right? And don't give any energy to what it's not, right? Because that's how you build your best life, and that's how you attract the things and the people you want. It's by focusing on what you want and waste absolutely no energy in what is not that you want. Because if you believe in the law of attraction, I do myself, we attract what we pay attention to. Because when we are giving attention to something, we are giving energy, we're giving our energy, we're giving time, we're giving attention, and the universe doesn't distinguish between good and bad. He doesn't know, oh, she is giving attention to that, but that's not good for her, so I'm not going to bring her more of that. No, the universe brings what we give attention to, right? So even good or bad. So you need to stop giving attention to these men who trigger you, who are clearly, they are random strangers. Really, who cares? So just delete them and move on. And if you feel extremely uncomfortable, because I know this happens to a lot of women, they think, oh, maybe I am the problem. Maybe it's not these apps, maybe I'm not men, maybe I am the problem. If you start to feel like that, just take a break, or delete the apps completely, or just take a break and do this inner work, in order to level up, because online dating can be a minefield. As I was saying, there are all types of people there. So you have to, in order to navigate online dating in a successful way, I'm not going to say it's impossible to meet someone nice there, but you have to know very well what you want, and you have to be very, very secure. So I hope this helps. Have a nice day.